Yo, what is up, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and so sorry for the double upload or the re-upload or whatever the case is, but I basically got slapped with two different things here. Bandai Namco with copyright claim. In addition to that, also demonetized, so even if I do overturn, it's still going to be an issue, so I just said skip it. Let me just edit out a couple things. Bandai Namco goes crazy with those copyright claims every now and then, so yeah, it's basically going to be the same video that some of you guys watched. It didn't get too many views, so hopefully you guys enjoy it if you haven't seen it yet, but if not, sorry for the double upload, guys, or for the re-upload. But anyway, thank you guys so much, and enjoy the video. What is good, Ninja? OJ over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE, Nintendo Switch, and gaming news video. Today we have some awesome information for you guys, like always, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So Tekken 7 adds DLC character Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 in spring of 2018. So Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 is coming to Tekken 7. Yo, shoutouts, this is actually pretty cool. So the Final Fantasy 15 protagonist finally joins the fight. So Tekken 7 will add a brand new Final Fantasy 15 Noctis as a playable character via downloadable content in spring 2018. Bandai Namco has announced. Now here's an overview of the character via Bandai Namco. Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 enters the Tekken 7 ring wielding his signature engine blade. Noctis is ready to deal heavy, hard-hitting blows as he takes on the likes of Yoshimitsu, Devil Jin, Jack 7, and the rest of the Tekken 7 fighters when he enters the King of the Iron Fist tournament in spring 2018. Now Tekken 7 is available for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, and you guys are checking out this reveal trailer, which was 4 minutes plus long when it comes to Noctis being in Tekken 7. And you guys all know, like, I like Final Fantasy 15. I don't think it's the greatest game out there, but in that year, as far as 2016 goes, in terms of console titles, it was one of the better ones in my opinion, and I am definitely down to try out Noctis in Tekken 7. I haven't been into Tekken in such a long time. The last time that I was actually into Tekken and wanted to play the game was Tekken 3 on the PlayStation 1. That was how long ago it was. Like, I wasn't into Tekken Tag or Tekken 4 or Tekken 5 or any of the Tekkens that came out pretty much after Tekken 3. I was pretty much done with the franchise. I played Tekken 1, Tekken 2, and Tekken 3 at my buddy's house growing up as a kid because Tekken was so cool back then. Tekken was really, really popular back then. So many people bought the game, and then after that I was just like, I'm done. Like, Dragon Ball Z games started coming out, so I started playing those instead, and other type of games, got really into Smash Brothers and other stuff like that. So for me, Tekken kind of fell by the wayside, but this is kind of pulling me back. Yo, but seriously, this is kind of pulling me back because Noctis looks amazing. He looks really good in Tekken 7, and I've always wanted to at least try out the game. I just really haven't had any incentive to do so, at least up until this point now, because I do want to try out Noctis. I love the engine blade. I think he's not the best designed Final Fantasy 15 character in terms of like full scope and design and all that, but I do feel that he has one of the most unique and probably the best like signature weapon outside of just like looking obviously Cloud with this big old huge buster sword, but Noctis's engine blade and how it appears then disappears and all of that, it's like Phantom-ish. That's pretty cool, I gotta admit. And how they do magic is also pretty cool as far as component it and like throwing it like a bomb almost. I do like the way that certain things are done in Final Fantasy 15, and they have all of that here in Tekken 7 as far as Noctis in the DLC. So I'm definitely going to check it out spring 2018. The game should probably be pretty cheap by spring 2018. Probably be able to get it for like $20 or something like that. So I might check it out, play some rounds with Noctis, try to learn the game a little bit. So yeah, what do you guys think about this as far as Noctis joining the fray when it comes to Tekken 7? Give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the next article here. It looks like Nintendo will be publishing Dragon Quest Builders on the Nintendo Switch in the West. So Square Enix has not one, but 2 Dragon Quest Builders games coming to Nintendo Switch, which is really awesome. And once again, shout outs to Nintendo Everything for the article. And the sequel is actually confirmed before the first game, which was really interesting. And the funny thing about this is that the sequel, Dragon Quest Builders 2, was actually confirmed before the first game was even confirmed for the Nintendo Switch. And then during the latest Nintendo Direct, the original Dragon Quest Builders game was confirmed for all regions on the Nintendo Switch, which is awesome because I have Dragon Quest Builders on the PS4, and it's probably going to be a much better Nintendo Switch game because you can play it anywhere you want. It's not like a super graphically intense game or anything like that. But outside of that, now here's the interesting thing about this. It looks like Nintendo will be publishing the game in the West. This is something that nobody really picked up on when it comes to Dragon Quest as far as what Nintendo said about it in their financial investors meeting. But Dragon Quest Builders is listed with various other first-party releases for the Nintendo Switch and the company's latest release schedule. Now, Square Enix might be handling it in Japan, but as far as the West, it looks like Nintendo of America will be publishing the game. Nintendo of Europe will be publishing the game for the Nintendo Switch, which is actually really awesome, and at the same time shows the good, I guess, collaboration between Nintendo and Japanese developers. But I'm not too shocked about this because Nintendo has done this before for various other titles when it comes to Square Enix. If you look at Project Octopath, we need to still wait and see how that's handled as far as publishing goes. On top of that, we also have, what was it, from Capcom, Monster Hunter Stories. That was also published by Nintendo. Some of the 3DS Dragon Quest games, those were also published by Nintendo here in the West. And on top of that, Nintendo's done this before with Square Enix. I mean, Bravely Default, that was a game which was published by Nintendo here in the West, and I think Bravely Second as well. So the fact that Nintendo's done this before with Square Enix and various other Japanese developers, heck, they're starting to even do it with Western publishers too, with Skyrim and also with Doom, which we'll talk about in a separate video. So Nintendo's been publishing games from other companies for some time now, and it's coming out that these games are being published by Nintendo on the Nintendo Switch, at least here in the West. So what do you guys think about this, and are you guys excited for Dragon Quest Builders? I know I am. I was playing the game on PS4, I was having a ton of fun, and I was like, man, this is really cool, but I had a feeling that it might be announced for the Nintendo Switch because when Dragon Quest Builders 2 was going, I'm like, man, you know what? The first one might be announced too, but I'll just buy it on PS4 anyway, which it wasn't super cheap. It was $33, so it wasn't like it was super on the cheap end, and I still bought it anyway when I was playing it. Then all of a sudden, like literally, like during while I'm playing the game, like we got an announcement that Dragon Quest Builders is coming to Nintendo Switch. I'm like, you know, I knew I probably should have just waited. But either way, it was cool to play. I just stopped playing. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna play the Nintendo Switch version when that comes out because you can play that one anywhere. Literally, this is a game that's so perfect for the Nintendo Switch. It's a really good game, and being able to play it anywhere you want is probably going to be the best thing about the game, or one of the best things about the game as far as that goes. So what do you guys think about Dragon Quest Builders being published by Nintendo in the West? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the next article here, a new Valkyria project will be announced on November 20th, and it's planned for a worldwide release, according to Sega. So the teaser website will be updated every day leading up to the reveal, and I'm looking over here at the date calendar here, and it's November 13th as of the time that I'm recording this video. So in about a week, we're going to be learning about a brand new Valkyria Project. So let's get into this article here. So Sega will announce a new entry in its Valkyria series on November 20th, planned for a worldwide release, the company announced. The teaser website will gradually change every day at noon Japan time leading up to the announcement, so stay tuned for that. So let's talk about this a little bit, guys, because Sega had some issues with the last release. Valkyria Revolution was a complete train wreck, and I think this is the reason why they're announcing a brand new Valkyria project so soon. Guys, that game was a financial failure. It barely sold anything. It reviewed really bad, and fans were not happy with the quality of the game. In my opinion, I've looked at the game, I've played it, I got a review copy for you guys. I think I showed off some footage on the channel here, and in my opinion, like that game, it looks worse than Valkyria Chronicles on the PS3. Like, it looks worse from a graphical standpoint, from an artistic standpoint. Somehow it regressed backwards before that, and it's on like PS4 and Xbox One, so it's on way more powerful systems, yet somehow it looks worse from a design standpoint. And on top of that, you have some of the weird combat that the game has. I mean, there's some cool stuff about it, but it just doesn't really mesh well as far as how it goes, and it's really not as good as the Valkyria Chronicles games, whether it's the PSP, Valkyria Chronicles 2 and 3, or it's the PS3, PC, PS4, the original Valkyria Chronicles. It's just not as good, and as someone who's played all of those games, like, I was really disappointed with this latest release. Now, as far as the leading up until it, they want to just get the taste of Valkyria Revolution out of people's mouths. That's why they're announcing this so soon after they just released the game like a few months ago. I think it was like summer the game got released or something like that, spring/summer, and they're already wanting to move on from that because they know that it was a disappointment and they let fans down. And I'm really hoping that they make sure that they include the Nintendo Switch on this one. They came out on stage and was like, hey, yeah, we're going to be supporting the Switch as far as their content goes. So far, we've only gotten a few Sonic games for the most part, and a Phantasy Star Online 2 only for Japan via the cloud, and we're not going to be able to play that game. I mean, you will be able to, but it's not going to be localized at all. So I'm hoping Sega kind of steps things up just a little bit when it comes to the Nintendo Switch support. I'd like to see a little bit more games, and a Valkyria game, a brand new one, especially if they're going back to how Valkyria Chronicles was played, like on the PSP, and how Valkyria Chronicles was played on the PS3. That would be perfect because people really love those PSP Valkyria Chronicles games, and if they're able to bring that style over to Nintendo Switch, I think it could be a mega hit for Sega and for Nintendo. So let's hope that it comes to PS4, Xbox One, PC, and the Nintendo Switch. I want to believe it, man, but Sega, they've just been, you know, it's interesting to see Sega support. Not trying to knock them, they've been okay. But yeah, we'll see what happens as far as that goes. I'm crossing my fingers just because I absolutely love Valkyria Chronicles and I really want to see it on the Nintendo Switch, and I want to see them go back to what Valkyria Chronicles was, and I feel that that style is so perfect for the system. But we'll have to wait and see. November 20th, we'll have updates each and every single day till the lead up of the reveal. So what do you guys think about Valkyria Chronicles as far as it coming back? Maybe brand new Valkyria Chronicles project, maybe it's a remaster. I mean, who knows? Maybe they're remastering the PSP ones because those ones weren't officially localized or something like that, or one of them wasn't. So maybe they're remastering the PSP ones along with the PS3 in a collection. Maybe all three of them, put them together, put them out on the systems. I think that would be dope too. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. It really helps Player Essence out. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube Live gaming page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you sponsor us via YouTube Live, it gets you access to cool emotes in addition to live stream tournaments, Discord, voice chat, and so much more. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next video. Peace.